It is Sunday, the 31st, the last day in March. Started hiking about a minute ago at 8:25. I'm gonna try to do a long day today. See how it goes. Shooting for 20-ish miles, maybe a little bit more. I think I'm gonna try to do the same thing I did yesterday, and I will hike until I find a campsite, first campsite after 7 o'clock. So we'll see. So I self-camped last night, about 2 miles past Groundhog Shelter. It's a nice little spot. It's pretty much directly on the trail, but only 2 people passed me late last night at like 10:30. They were night hiking. And then Plantasia, which is Lauren, passed me this morning. So I'm pretty sure there's only one person ahead of me on trail for the time being. We'll see if I catch up to her or if I get past today. But I thought I would show you some early morning hiking. It's already like 55 degrees, maybe 60. So it's going to be a hot day for sure. But hopefully you can hear the birds as I do. So the trail in this section has just been lovely. It's soft up and down. It's nothing really too steep, no steps. It's mainly been like a soft dirt with the occasional root, and then like patches of heavy roots. But this is like the prime walking terrain. And now we go uphill. Cresting these mountains filled with little purple and white flowers. It's like 9:35. It's gonna be a hot day, but thankfully it's quite overcast. There's spotted clouds in the sky, and when the clouds roll over, it's just so pleasantly cool. Sorry, I have a Jolly Rancher in my mouth. When the sun breaks through though, it is unpleasantly hot. So walking through this little flower forest, and then Max Patch later today. I think it's like 5 miles from here. I think I saw it out in the distance. It's hard to tell which peak I'm heading to be honest with you. But Max Patch is supposed to be like a glassy bald that was used for cattle a while back. You're not supposed to camp there from starting last year, from what I've heard. But can't wait to see it. Every once in a while, you'll come across just a tree, I guess a snag, that's just covered with these mushrooms. I wonder how long they have to be dead for that fungus to infect them, or maybe the fungus infects it and then they die. I don't know how well this shows up in video, but there are so many flowers, it almost looks like it's like partially snowed on the ground. It's really nice walking through. This is right at the beginning of Max Patch Summit. I was gonna take a break there, but this seemed like a very lovely place too. Max Patch. On the way up to the summit. Which looks like it's right over there. You probably can't hear me from the wind, but I'll put my face next to the microphone. That is Mount Kemmerer. We will hike out to the edge of that, where the old building was. And then that ridgeline going up. I could stay here all day, I think. But the north beckons. Onward we go. I'm so very thankful that the ATC had the Appalachian Trail go through Max Patch. It is so beautiful. It is so amazing to be out here. You could see the entirety of the Smokies and just tell like how much higher they were. So right on the north end of Max Patch, back up that way, just abruptly into the trees again. Looks as if like a fire crawled through here some years ago. Trees look a little burnt. There's barely any underbrush. I think I could have stayed up there for hours. This looks like a place to hang out for a while. Yep, I'm sold. This is by far the biggest tree I've seen on the AT so far. That must have been 5 feet in diameter or so. Some sort of pine. There's like a section of it down there, section of it here. That's crazy. It's almost the size of like redwoods. Just hung out at Lemon Gap for like an hour. Colors and his wife, Miss Colors, were doing trail magic there. It's just really nice talking to them and a couple other thru hikers. The generosity of some people never ceases to amaze me out here. Not all privies are created equal. This one is just leaning very, very harshly, and it has no front door. Not to mention, like, that plywood barely covers anything. Oh well, life on the AT. So I'm down at Kale Gap. It's like a mile past Walrus Shelter. Just a nice pine forest down here. Tons of blowdowns. Apparently there's like a campsite here, but it is still 4:30. I'm gonna put in some more miles today for sure. But this is interesting. Nice to see. I'm up on top of Bluff Mountain. Went off trail by like 100 feet or so to climb up on top of some rocks. It is 5:30. There's still plenty of daylight left. I'm gonna make it most of the way to Hot Springs, I think. Unfortunately, I can't see south, can't see the Smokies, can't see where I've been. Not much of a view in these trees, but carrying on. Boy, it is actually like switchbacky way down here. Boy, drop in elevation now. I know you're not allowed to, but coming down off of Bluff Mountain just looks like it would be crazy fun for like mountain biking. Boy, what a beautiful descent. Hello, is anybody home? I don't see anybody. Still on the descent from Bluff Mountain. I bet I'm doing 4 miles an hour. I am powering through this. Beautiful trail, nice grade. I don't know what type of plants these are, but they have like a bluish tint to them. Maybe it's just the lighting. I don't know. So this section of the trail, there's just these vines that are just dominating the canopy. And be really interesting to see what this place looks like when when all the leaves are out. For now, it's like skeletal, I think is the word I'm looking for. This would actually be really cool to walk through on a misty day. Is this the color of my leg? Or is that the color of my leg? Oh my God. Well, the fasciculations are still going. I was hoping these would get better on the trail. But, nope. Still going crazy all day, every day. Somewhere near or past Taylor Hollow Gap. I believe there's a shelter coming up in like a mile and a half or so. sun is pretty much starting to go down behind the mountains. I bet I have about 45 minutes of light left. I might check in at the shelter, see if there's some easy spots. If not, I might hike into the night a little bit.